Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection for Game Week 12 and the transfers that I'm thinking of making. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your team plans for Game Week 12, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the goalkeeper and the defenders. Don't really look too good this week because I've got a lot of defenders playing my attackers, so it's not ideal because it just kind of minimizes the kind of ceiling for the points for these players. But either way, let's start off in goal with Raya, who's got Forest at home. Really good fixture on paper, should keep a clean sheet. Obviously, as a Forest fan, would love to go to Arsenal and get some points, but at the same time, I do also really need my Arsenal defence to actually be worth it and get some points. In an ideal world, Forest go and win 3-2, but Raya makes like a penalty save or something, would be absolutely incredible, but that's probably not going to happen. But on paper, very good fixture for Raya. And again, it's about time they did get something for me. I think the most he scored me is like 3 points since I brought him in on like game week 6. It's not been great. It's been really bad. Before that, he was getting like 9s and 10s every week, so yeah, it's probably just my fault that he's decided to just absolutely throw all that away. But either way, Raya in goal, who's got Forest at home. At the back, we've got Aït-Nouri, who's got Fulham away, Gabriel, who's got Forest at home, and then Mykolenko, who's got Brentford at home. So it's the first time I'm playing double Arsenal defence since like game week 8 or 9, I think. Just simply because they've had pretty bad fixtures since then. I mean, they couldn't even keep a clean sheet in the good fixtures anyway. They conceded to like Leicester and Ipswich or Southampton or whatever it was, which wasn't ideal. But the fixtures do take a turn. It's about time they do get some clean sheets. And again, perfect situation will be to Forest win, but Gabriel scores a bullet header, Raya saves a penalty. That's what I'm hoping for, fingers crossed, but again, very unlikely to happen. But I've got to play double Arsenal defence this week because I'm not going to play Milenkovic, who's got Arsenal away. It's just not really worth it. So that's my defender and goalkeeper from Arsenal. We've also got Aït-Nouri, who's got Fulham away, which isn't the best fixture. I would quite like to bench Aït-Nouri this week, especially because I do have Raul Jimenez playing. So it's not ideal. But again, I've got 2 free transfers to kind of sort this defence out because that is the problem with my team this week. And then obviously Mykolenko with Brentford at home. I've got Mbeumo who's playing him. So yeah, I've got 2 defenders playing 2 attackers. It's really not ideal. Obviously Aït-Nouri can go and grab a goal, and there's no guarantee that obviously my attackers will score or anything. So, you know, Wolves could go and win 1-0, which again, unlikely, but it could happen. And then Everton could, I don't know, keep it 0-0 or something like that. But yeah, in a perfect world, I am able to get rid of Aït-Nouri and Mykolenko. I think I've only got like 0.1 or 2 in the bank, so I don't really have a lot of funds to play around with, but we'll obviously go over that as I talk about the transfers later on in the video. So that's the defense and the goalkeeper. Not looking too great this week at all. In midfield, though, it's yellow flags galore. I logged into FPL this morning, and I was like, what? Since when is Mbeumo and Semenyo, like, potentially picked up knocks and stuff? I knew about the Palmer one, because that's why I withdrew from England. But, yeah, the Mbeumo and the Semenyo ones were just completely out of nowhere. So if I take a look at Mbeumo, he's 75% chance of playing. He's got a knock. Should be fine. I don't know if he got like called up and then withdrew or whatever, or there's been some information that come out about Mbeumo, but I didn't realise that he was playing with a knock. Hopefully over the 2 weeks he is fine, because usually over the international breaks, flags pop up left, right and centre. It's like it's going out of fashion, honestly. A lot of the time it's because of these players withdrawing from these national games. So I'm hoping Mbeumo is fine, because I am obviously going to be getting rid of him relatively soon as well. I think I'll keep him for Everton and Leicester, but then after that, they've got Villa, Newcastle, Chelsea, Forest, Brighton, Arsenal, Southampton, City, Liverpool. It's not really worth keeping it because he is 7.9 now, and I think for that price you could probably get like decent players around that. So maybe I keep Semenyo, and it might be Mbeumo that I get rid of for Saka, because if I want to keep Mbeumo for this week and next week, and then I bring Saka in for like United, Fulham, Everton, Palace, Ipswich, Brentford, because I really want Saka, and so maybe Mbeumo is the player I get rid of instead of Semenyo or Rodgers. But obviously I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But yeah, I don't think I'll be keeping Mbeumo for anymore. Like, his numbers have actually dropped off quite a bit as well, since like he's been absolutely smashing it. Like last week 0.34, not great. Obviously did pick up that assist, which is why it was 0.34, but with an assist 0.34 is pretty low. You know, for the Fulham game, 0.01, like that's really bad. 0.08 against United, obviously 1.29 when he got the 15-pointer, but yeah, his numbers before this were really good, like 1.15, 0.54, 0.66, 0.66, 1.13, and it's dropped off really bad recently. now, like say, 0.08. Obviously, the 1.29, a bit of an anomaly. 0.01, 0.34. So yeah, I don't mind getting rid of him after the Leicester game. Even if he gets a big haul against Leicester, which I'm kind of expecting him to. Like, Leicester at home's really good. I think I'm still going to get rid of him. Leicester, Villa away after that. It's not really worth keeping him, in my opinion. So we'll cross that. Like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Cole Palmer, obviously, just a set and forget. I'll be keeping him. Like, this fixture run is just ridiculous. Like, Leicester, well, you know, Villa's a tough one, but then Southampton, Spurs, Brentford, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Palace, Bournemouth, Wolves. Ridiculous, man. He's literally captaincy worthy every single one of those weeks. Could be captaincy worthy this week. If I didn't have Mo Salah, the Egyptian king, playing Southampton away, he'd easily be my captain this week because Leicester away is such a good fixture. So yeah, owning these two this week is going to be in game week 12 is going to be absolutely ideal. But yeah, moving on, Salah, Southampton away, obviously going to be my captaincy this week. I expect big things. I think Liverpool will absolutely dominate. The Southampton team in game week 12. I think it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath. So hopefully Salah can get involved in a lot of that. I think even triple captaincy worthy as well, because Liverpool are just playing so well at the moment and Southampton are just not. I know they just got a win recently, but yeah, I think Salah's going to absolutely go to town. I've also got Semenyo, who's got Brighton at home, but obviously also flagged. He's got a knee injury, so 75% chance of playing. Not ideal, really, but the fixtures are still really, really good for Semenyo. He's got Brighton, then Wolves, Spurs, Ipswich, West Ham, so I don't really fancy getting rid of him anytime soon. He's an easy hold. If he's out, obviously I'll kind of start thinking about getting rid of him because I don't really have anybody else to play. I could play Strand Larson, who's got Fulham away, who's currently on my bench, but I'd much rather have Semenyo, who's got Brighton at home. And then also got Rodgers, who's got Palace at home as well. I don't like the fact that he is obviously on international duty because he will be playing minutes over these 2 weeks, but I think he's just going to be a bit of a super sub. Like, he came on last night, I do believe, for not that long. So yeah, I really want Rodgers to be fit because the fixture run that Villa's got coming up is really nice as well. I've got like Palace, Chelsea away, then Brentford, Southampton, and Forest. So some really nice fixtures for Rodgers there. And that's the midfield. It looked good on paper. Obviously, we need to get rid of these yellow flags though, and it'll look a lot better. And then up top, we've got Raul Jimenez, who's got Wolves at home, and I've also got Haaland, who's got Spurs at home, who again, I'm still and ahhing about getting rid of. I think Spurs will be a decent fixture for City though, because they will need a response after losing, what is it, 3 games in a row. And Spurs, even though they are notoriously City's bogey team, I think that Haaland, hopefully now that like De Bruyne is back and stuff like that, got a couple of players coming back, hopefully they will sort it out. But if they get beat by Spurs, you know, and Haaland's just not involved, it's one of those things. The annoying thing is his numbers have been so good. Like the Wolves game, fair enough, like 0.02, absolutely terrible, but 2.33 only got 6 points, 0.90 got 2 points, 1.38 only got 5 points. Like, he's just missing a ton of chances, but he's still getting those chances. All it takes is like him to put 2 or 3 of those chances away, and suddenly everybody's trying to bring him back. And I just don't want to miss that haul because I know it's coming, I know it's on its way, and it could be the Spurs game. But then obviously after that he's got Liverpool, which again isn't ideal. But yeah, I don't know, because then after that he's got Forest, Palace, which are obviously 2 good fixtures, United at home, which is a good fixture, and then he's got Everton, Leicester, West Ham, Brentford and Ipswich. So I feel like if I keep him through Spurs and Liverpool, can I really get rid of him? But then I also really want Saka, but I don't think I can get rid of him for this fixture run. I feel like if I was going to sell him, I should have sold him like a couple of weeks ago, like a lot of people did. But now it's like, maybe I just keep him, because the one reason that I wanted to get rid of him was for like Trent and stuff, and you know, he might miss a Southampton game, so I don't really want to go anywhere near Trent at the moment. But yeah, either way, there's the strikers, and then the benches, Ward, who's got Chelsea at home, who needs to be Fabianski so much, Strand Larson, who's got Fulham away, Milenkovic, who's got Arsenal away, and then Greaves, who's got Man United at home, who is getting closer to that recovery from that hamstring injury, so hopefully gets back soon, just so I have another playing player on my bench. But that's how the team's currently looking. Let's move on to the transfers though. As I say, I've got 2 free transfers. I actually got 0.2 in the bank, so I need to make some decisions. So one of them that I think I'm going to do this week is just bringing Konza for Mykolenko, because I don't really want Mykolenko anymore, because the fixtures that Everton have got coming up, they're just not ideal, and I think for like the next few weeks they're just playing my attackers anyway. And obviously Konza's gone down to 4.4 as well, so I'm absolutely fine bringing Konza in, because apart from the Chelsea game, I know they've got Brentford after that as well, but I might be getting rid of Mbeumo around that week when they've got Villa away, so I don't mind bringing Konza in. Then they've also got Southampton coming up, Forest away, like I say, Palace home this week. I think it's just a solid defender to bring in for only 4.4 as well. I think it's a little bit of a bargain, so I would really, really like to do that move. And the other move I don't think I'll do. Like, I can't really get rid of Aït-Nouri because they've got like some nice fixtures coming up. The only issue is I've got him for Fulham and then I've got him for Bournemouth. So it's not ideal. And then he's got 2 away fixtures with Everton and West Ham and then Ipswich at home. But I think for 4.6, it might just be worth getting rid of him if I'm going to keep, obviously, Semenyo as well, which I think I will do. I don't really want to get rid of Milenkovic because he's got Ipswich at home after Arsenal, and I kind of want to keep him for that. But maybe the smart decision is just to get rid of Milenkovic because it will... Like, I'm not going to play him against Arsenal. I'm not going to play him against City. I'm not going to play him against United. I'm not going to play him against Villa. Am I really just going to keep him for Ipswich? It's a great fixture, but at the end of the day, there might be a better defender to bring in around 4.6 as well. Like, I could easily bring in a Colwill for Chelsea, who is also flagged, and he's got Leicester this week. So I quite like the idea of that. And then I can play him, he's got Southampton coming up as well after Villa. I can play him in that fixture when, you know, Konza has Brentford, if I do want to bench Konza in that fixture. So I think that is something else that I could do, and that'd be my 2 free transfers. I've still got 0.1 in the bank, and that would kind of sort out the defensive issues. The only other thing, though, is if I want to, like, get rid of Haaland and bring in Saka, because if I wanted to do that, I'd probably drop Haaland down to a Jackson. Even though he is on 4 yellows, it's just... I really, really want 2 Chelsea attackers for this fixture run because it's just so good. And maybe even triple Chelsea. Like, I could do that. I've got 7.4 mil in the bank if I do that. Now, I would obviously bring in somebody like Trent, but if he misses the Southampton game, there's not really much point of me having him because after Southampton, he's got City and then Newcastle. Obviously, after that, it's good because he's got Everton, Fulham and stuff like that. But for the time being, maybe I just keep the money in the bank ready to bring in Trent. But if he is fit for Southampton, then obviously I just get rid of someone like Mikalenko and bring in Trent, and then obviously that would sort me out right there. But obviously Konate is also an option as well. But I don't. If I'm going to go for a Liverpool defender and I've got all that money in the bank, then I'd obviously want to go for Trent, but it just depends if he's fit or not. So, yeah, I mean, maybe I keep Haaland for another week and I just do those 2 defensive transfers that I just spoke about, because it will kind of sort everything out, and it allows me to keep Aït-Nouri as well, who obviously I do want to keep because he's very attacking and he loves scoring a goal. So, yeah, that's the kind of situation. But then I also really want like a Brighton player as well. So maybe I don't even bring in Milenkovic and I get rid of... Maybe I don't bring in Colwill and I take Milenkovic out and bring him in for, I don't know, let's just say Van Heck or something like that, who's 4.5, because they've got some really nice fixtures as well. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to play him this week, but then he's got Southampton at home, but then he plays Fulham. So, you know, either side of that Southampton fixture, I've got 2 attackers. So if I was going to do that, there's just actually no point, because I just may as well keep Milenkovic, who's got Ipswich that week. So, yeah, I think if I was going to get rid of Milenkovic, I think it would be for Colwill. I think that makes the most sense. And then, yeah, obviously get rid of Mikalenko for Konza. That sorts out the defensive issues, and it, you know, it does use my 2 free transfers, but it kind of keeps Haaland for another week, and then obviously keeps the midfield as well. But if I am thinking of getting rid of Haaland, then I'd love to bring in Danny Welbeck, but I'm like I'm 0.1 off it, which is really, really annoying. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to. I mean, I could always downgrade to a João Pedro, which would be perfect. When obviously Raul Jimenez's fixtures get a little bit worse. He's got Arsenal and Liverpool soon. So I would like to downgrade him to a João Pedro if he's playing, you know, decent minutes around then. But yeah, I don't know, that's the kind of situation that I'm thinking of. Obviously, still got the international break and stuff, so injuries could easily happen. But that's sort of I guess that's where my transfers are kind of thinking. But either way, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment. What are your plans for your Game Week 12 team? Subscribe if you're brand new. And until next time, peace.